I want to make a quick video about a green that we pick every year. I planted it in my garden. I got the seeds from Baker Creek, and I planted it because I wanted it to come back each year, year after year. And as a matter of fact, it was a plant that when I was a kid, we used to weed it out and throw it away. So I was like, this is amazing. You know, we used to throw this weed back in the compost, but we could have eaten it. It's called miner's lettuce / purslane, and it has other names too, but those are the most common. So the reason it's called miner's lettuce is because the miners, the 49ers, you know, the guys that were hitting gold rush, and people, different miners in different areas at different times would eat this stuff because it's very rich in vitamin C. It's a green that would come up early spring. Here it grows all winter. Well, not all winter, but it started showing up in December. As you can see, the little one right there going around in the middle. But right now it's in its infant stage. It's still small. So it's kind of hard to explain what it's going to look like when it gets a little bit bigger. There's like little clumps. I'm going to pick one so I can show kind of what they look like. See this here? It grows in a little clump. Then eventually these are going to grow out, get bigger and bigger, and then there's going to be like a little satellite dish that grows. Anyway, you kind of get the idea. This stuff is rich in vitamins and some minerals. Vitamin C, vitamin A, and iron. That's the richest, probably the most mineral they have, but they have other stuff too. Now it's growing all over the place. I planted it here in this area, and for a few years I didn't even see it. And then it came back. Now it's growing everywhere. It's hot right there. It's growing all over here. There's one down there. It's just popping up everywhere. There's some over here, and here's a bunch. We've been eating it. I'm trying to thin it out so it can get bigger. These are very small because they're clumped together. In fact, this is the pot. One of these is what I planted in originally, and now it's growing here. It's very prolific. I mean, it has a lot of seeds, but I tried to save the seeds and then spread it around, but it just wasn't working, so I just kind of gave up. Like I said, then a couple of years after that, it started growing all over the place. So I guess the birds must have distributed it or something. And then here's some more in this pot. This stuff's really small. I don't know how it's going to do because I just put water to it. It didn't have any water going to it. It is one of the best tasting wild greens you can eat. Some of them are bitter or have some kind of strange taste to them. These are pretty neutral actually, and they are kind of related to purslane in the way they taste, but they're much lighter taste. And anything I can do to grow here that will come up on its own year after year is just that much easier for me. Because living here in the desert, there's not a whole lot of stuff that grows on its own. This is actually, it's a succulent. So they're related to aloe and other plants like that. It's a really good plant. So if you see this plant, don't weed it out. Pick it and eat it. Make sure you identify it correctly first. Don't just go by what I say. But we really like it. We stick it in our salads. It's good to eat fresh. I wouldn't cook it. I don't think it's that great cooked, but fresh is the best. It's really good. It's really moist. And the thing I like about it is that I know where it came from. It came from right here. I don't use pesticides. I don't use any of that kind of stuff in my garden. So this is what they look like when they're tiny. So if you're trying to identify them coming up, that's what they look like. When they get a little bit bigger, they look like this. And when they are mature, they look much different. They have like a little satellite dish. And then they give seeds, but you want to eat them before they're at that point. I think it's pretty cool. I didn't even plant it in this pot. But look, there's one growing. So definitely I'm going to water it. Give it a little water, take care of it. Because this has potential of getting really nice size.